I'm back on YouTube, and I know I said I was back like a year ago in my last video. I'm like, I'm back guys, but this time I'm actually back because so much has changed in my life in the last 12 months that now I can actually record on YouTube once a week. So I'm gonna come back weekly. Maybe I'll do some YouTube shorts. Can't wait to hear what you want out of my content, but today, let's just do a little chit-chatty, get ready with me. I need to fix my hair, look at my hair. I've been trying so many new hot tools. I'm using this new one that has infrared in it and aloe vera in the bristles, so it helps with frizz. God knows I need it. You can probably tell that I've been trying a lot of heat tools because I burned my forehead on like one of those classic hot tools. So I'm a mess right now, but I'm excited to catch up. So in today's video, I want to talk about quitting my job, getting engaged. I got engaged. Ooh, this video is going to be so chaotic. I already know it. And just talk about content creation, what I want to do on the internet, the videos I want to provide for you guys, what you want out of it. So let's just catch up and see where it goes. While we're on the topic of hot tools, I've been testing a crazy amount of products over on TikTok and Instagram. Things have just been crazy. YouTube used to be my main platform at 2,000 subscribers, and now on TikTok I have almost 300,000. I was at like 25,000 this time last year, but I just blew up on TikTok. Instagram's been steady. I was at like 3,000 followers for years, and now I'm at like 25K. So like, not that the numbers are the end all be all, but it's kind of crazy that I have those audiences now. So I really want to know what you want to see out of YouTube. Do you want to see long form? Do you want to see short reels? I just don't even know what type of content you want to see. Outfits, skincare, daily vlogs. Do you want to like come to events with me? Just let me know because I have no idea. Also, my filming setup is chaotic too. I'm filming on my phone, which I've never done for YouTube. I feel like I'm way too close to the camera, but I can't back up anymore because I'm like leaning against my toilet. I have my mic that's for my phone, not my camera. I bought this $1,000 camera 4 years ago because I'm like, I'm doing YouTube seriously. I went to go set it up today and I'm like, oh, the quality is way worse than my phone. It's so crazy. I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max and this is the Sony ZV-1 4K, but I set it up and I'm like, the quality's weird. I don't love it. You can't really see like all little details of my face. It feels like there's like a filter on. So I don't know. I'm such like an equipment nerd. Like I love good lighting when I can figure it out and all of that. So if I really get back into YouTube long term, which I swear I really want to, then I might get a new camera because I don't know. What do you think of this iPhone setup? It might be chaotic to edit later, but we'll see. Also, I was cleaning out my dresser, which I do like every season, and I went to go donate this because I got it from WeWork when I was working in corporate, and they're really big on like small businesses, and I was working there with like a few other hot desks, and this was in their peak when they were just burning money. They were just throwing merch out like every single day. They had like fancy bars at night, like tons of events. It was insane. And these were American Apparel, and I remember those shirts were not cheap, but now I'm a creator more than ever, so I'm gonna keep it and it still fits, so there you go. Okay, so what life update should we talk about first? Should we talk about, I feel like the engagement is less juicy than the quitting my job. So let's talk about the engagement first. So I've been with my partner for 6 years now, so that's why it's not so juicy, but I was still pretty surprised. So he proposed when we went on a big trip to Ireland in the fall. I am from Ireland. I wasn't born there, but I'm Irish on both sides, and so it was really important for me to go see where I'm from because I kind of know the area of where I'm from and all of that. And so he booked a really big trip for us to go for 3.5 weeks, and half of that trip was to go to Italy as well. And I'm like, holy, this is a huge trip for us. But I didn't really think much of it. And then I knew we were going to be in my family's town in Ireland on our 6-year anniversary. So I thought, ooh, is this the day? I don't know. It's been 6 years. Does he even want to get married? Like I knew he wanted to, but I was like, I don't know anymore. So I was thinking it was gonna happen. But then he threw me off because we got in an argument about marriage. We saw this funny little commercial and he's like, oh yeah, marriage, what a little scam. And I'm like, sorry, what? He was calling it like snake oil because there was like a snake oil commercial. And I'm like, you wouldn't even know. You would not even know. He's like, I know, it's like a really big decision. And I'm like, oh, so you haven't decided yet. I see. And he's like, well, we'll get there. And I'm like, oh my God, is he just like, you know, playing me like 6 years in? He's just kind of keeping me handy. I was like panicking. So this was like 2 weeks before the trip. So I'm like, great. lovely. Like, we're definitely not getting engaged now if he doesn't know, but it was all to throw me off, which is so risky because I was so upset, but it worked. I was shocked. Okay, I'm not even looking in the mirror while I do this. I'm just talking and gabbing and running this through my hair, so I should probably do this properly. It's probably pissing you guys off to watch this. So he did in fact propose in the town that my family's from, the Cliffs of Moher, and that was so cool. He set up a little camera and everything and recorded it, and I thought he was just setting up the, he said he was going to set up the camera so we could film a funny little video for his friend, because we do that often, and then I turn around and he's down on one knee and I like almost fainted. It was crazy. Even though I've been waiting for it for so long, it finally happened. And he designed the ring himself, which is so risky. Let me see if I can get in. It's so risky, but he designed it himself with a local gallery and it's perfect. I like gold jewelry and I like, you know, like a bit of detail, not too basic. So I think he crushed it. But again, so risky, didn't ask at all. He knew I liked gold, which is good. But yeah, he was a brave man overall, but he crushed it. He did such a good job. So getting married now, when I was a kid, I was so freaking ready to get married. I had like everything planned out. I would watch those 4 wedding shows, Say Yes to the Dress, everything on TLC. But now I'm like, God, I gotta do the damn thing. So I'm trying to make it as small as possible, as cheap as possible. So we're thinking 60 people. We'll have it in my hometown area-ish up north, because I think that'll be pretty and a bit cheaper. I'm getting quotes in this city for 60 people in 2 years, starting around $50,000 to $90,000. At that point, just give everyone a few $1,000s and we'll go somewhere. It's insane. So we're planning fall 2025, 60 people. We have to wait for a few venues to open back up in the spring since they're not winterized. And we'll see, we'll just go from there. I'm trying to keep it as chill, cheap, and fun as possible. So that's life update number 1. I slept with wet hair last night, that's why it looks so chaotic, and I feel like this brush just can't handle the curls trying to sneak back in. I really just gotta let my natural curls go again, but let me try and wrap this up so you guys don't get too annoyed. Life update number 2, I quit my job, which is insane because I am such a career girly. Like, that was a huge part of my identity, was working in tech startups, especially successful ones. Like, that becomes your life very quickly when things get busy, you're hiring all the time. I was our head of people at most of these places, and so I was in charge of hiring, in charge of HR, performance reviews, compensation, just fights in the office. I was in charge of it. And so a lot of it was really fun. I learned a lot, I grew a lot. I had my own team. Sometimes I had like 5 employees at once, which is crazy. But I got burnt out pretty quickly and I ignored the signs for so long, but sometimes I'd look in the mirror and just the puffiness of the cortisol in my face was crazy. And I would wake up every day with knots in my stomach, knowing that I had to deal with other people's problems because they were on my plate now as well. And I'm an empath, I feel everyone's emotions, and so it was hard for me when someone was upset not to get upset. So I just got to a breaking point where I just said I can't do it anymore. And luckily with the TikTok and Instagram really picking up this past year, I was getting a few brand deals once in a while, so it was covering my expenses. It wasn't like huge money like I was making with tech. You can make a lot of money, and so it was hard to say goodbye, but I just said, you know what? I'm happy to make half of what I'm making now because it still covers my expenses and I can be happy waking up. So I told myself, I'm gonna give myself 90 days starting Jan 1, and that was my cutoff. That was, I think I left work like January 4th. But I said 90 days, and I wanted to just live that soft life of an influencer. Wake up whenever you want, film whatever videos you want, do a few brand deals a week, like things like that. I was like, I'm gonna try it. So I am technically 2 weeks left into my 90 days. I guess the end of March will be it. But I'm having fun. And again, like, I'm covering my expenses. I'm not saving a ton right now, but it's going well. And I wake up every day happy. And I think that's the important part. My cortisol is back down again. I'm healthier. I'm making better choices about how I eat. I get outside every day to exercise. That was something that was a luxury I couldn't do before because I was working like 12 hours. So this is insane. It feels too good to be true, but everyone that I talk to is like, well, no, it's a legit job. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is advertising in a way. So it's just been so wild because it's truly my dream job and I forget that it can be a job. I really feel like I'm way too close to the camera. Like, I'm actually super far, but there's something about the iPhone camera where you're just like so close. So I don't know what I'm doing. Bear with me. I'll Also, my dark circles are extra dark today, but I don't really feel like wearing makeup. You know those, well, I have mascara on, but you know those days when you just want to leave like your face really bare? I have so many skincare products that I'm going nuts over right now. So if you want some skincare reviews, those come very naturally to me. I have like insane sunscreens that just dropped this year. I have really cool exfoliators. So I get very passionate about beauty reviews. So if that's what you want out of this channel, you let me know. But again, it's all up to you guys. I'm happy to create virtually any content that you want to see. So just let me know. So yes, even though I'm nearing the end of the 90 days, there's no real signals that say to stop. Sure, there is like a pending TikTok ban that might happen, but I'm not gonna let that get me down. I'm also in Canada, so it might not get banned here. Like, we just don't know what's happening yet, so I'm not worried about that yet. And I just don't know what's next. I don't want to go back to HR. That's all I know. It's nice that it's a back burner thing, so if things got really tough and I couldn't afford my rent anymore, then I can go back to some sort of corporate HR thing. It would be unfortunate. There is workplaces where it's very easy to do HR because it's pretty like chill, but it's really hard to go back to, you know, having to report in at 9 o'clock. Hi, I'm here guys, hold on one second. Some people love the structure. Some people love knowing that their paycheck is always going to be there. And trust me, I loved that too. It was nice to always have it ready. It's a little nerve-wracking to be like, oh, no brand deals this month. Okay, let me dip into my savings. Like, that's not fun. But I think things compound. Like the fact that I was at 25K on TikTok this time last year, and now I'm at 300K, bonkers. Again, it doesn't mean everything. Your engagement rate has to be good. Your followers have to care about what you're saying. And I'm thankful that people care. People want to know what foundation I'm using this week. It blows my mind. So as mentioned, let me know if you like beauty reviews, if you like vlogs, fashion, because I can do all that stuff. So just let me know. I've also been trying really hard to holistically just get my health to a good point. Not even necessarily my weight down, but just healthier. And so the cortisol dropping has been huge. Like, that has just changed so many aspects of how I sleep, how I go about my day, the food that I'm eating. It just really knocked me out of that fight or flight, which was so important. But I also want to get moving more, get back to the gym. I'm trying to do 60 minutes of daily walking, which has been fantastic. It's just the energy it gives me is insane. I got a family doctor in the city. If you're from Toronto, you know how hard that is. I got a female family doctor. That's a 5-minute walk for me. I feel like I hit the jackpot. I've only been once, but she accepted me as a patient and I'm very excited. So I feel good about that. To have care, woohoo. And then Otis, my cat. Let me go get him, one sec. And here's Otis. We're like the same size now. He was playing in the bath, so he needs a bit of a hairbrush. But he is massive. He is over 30 pounds. Let me see if I can get, oh, I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a good shot of you, Otis. He's just an absolute beast, but he is such a big baby. He's such a good kitty. I'll put you down now. Oh, and I got a Nawala. I got this yesterday, so I'm hyped. I've been a Stanley girl. I have hair all over my face now from Otis. I've been a Stanley girl for a few years. I thought they were fine. I didn't love that it was just a straw. So people were like, oh my God, you need this one. And so I got it yesterday. It's the same size as a Stanley. It's still stainless steel, so it keeps things cold. And when you drink from it, you look like a koala, apparently, hence the name. I can kind of see it, so I like that it's a free sip, but also a straw. So you can sip it like a straw. Sorry, there's probably gross mouth noises in here. Or you can chug it, which is cool. So I think I'm team Awala already within a day. Like, I think it's better than a Stanley. Crazy. Otherwise, the time just changed in the city, so the days are getting longer, and that's when my motivation comes back. So I'm ready to record weekly. Let me know what you'd like. Go check me out on TikTok and Instagram. It's Care with Kate, like skincare, Care with Kate. And I'll see you next week. I'm ready. Let me know what I should film next week and we're doing it. But thanks so much for watching and I will see you soon.